Hello, welcome to the Living History School. This is Scott, and we've completed the plank house. All we have to do is do some rope lashing around the bottom, and it's pretty much done. It took us about a month, a little over a month, approximately 3 or 4 guys working on it, and I'm going to give you a quick little tour. So of course this is all planks, cedar, Western Red Cedar planks on the roof and on the sides, and then in front there's this round hole, and those boards come off and then they actually enter through that hole. You can kind of see, I'll walk up here and I'll give you a closer look of the entrance hole. So that comes off. Generally they wouldn't have that covered, but of course we don't want people in there when we're not doing programs, so we cover it up. But that's the entrance hole, and then on the top peak here we're going to do a nice northwest coast salmon painting on the front, and then I was thinking maybe this hole right here could be like a big salmon egg painted red. So there we go. that's the front, and we'll see how she fares when the weather turns to rain here in Oregon. So I'll take you on the tour of the inside. So there you can see the planks on the roof. Each of those planks weigh several hundred pounds, especially when they're wet. Some of the cedar was a little moist when we were cutting it with the saw. So this was cut with a saw. It was not split by hand. They would split these with the elk antler wedges and U-wood wedges and split them all. For essence of time, we just use a saw to cut these, a band saw. So, but I'll be demonstrating some of this, the actual splitting of the planks during our opening ceremony. In the previous video, I talked about the salmon that we went to get. On the ends here, we leave those long, the boards kind of back and forth, because that's kind of how they were on some of the old pictures, the ethnographic pictures of how they did it. There's some pictures from the 1850s. So this is the inside here. There's some planking. This is the inside. The planking, they go around for like a bench. They'd also use this for this bench on the bottom for sitting on or sleeping on, and then sometimes above that they would have another bunk above that for storing their goods and such. Now, of course, in this one we had to actually use this metal piece that runs across here for support, because it was inspected by the inspectors here in the county, and we had to have this kind of metal that runs off the roof. Other than that, it's hard to tell that, you know, that's not an old building. So as this weathers, it should be really nice. And we're going to have our opening ceremony here on the 28th, and we're going to have native drumming and a big traditional salmon bake and a blessing of the house by an elder of a tribe here in the area. So thanks for joining me on the Living History School, and hope to see you at the groundbreaking ribbon cutting ceremony.